Back in 2022, Netflix released Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Everybody went nuts. At the time of its release, it rocketed to the 3rd most watched Netflix original series of all time. If you're watching this video, you probably saw it. But I bet most of you haven't seen The Secret Life, Jeffrey Dahmer. I'll be honest with you, I'd never even heard of it myself. It was released in 1993, which means it bears the distinction of being the only film made about Dahmer while he was still alive. Only 2 years after his arrest. At the time this movie came out, it was very controversial, with writer Carl Crew, who also cast himself in the role of Jeff, actually appearing on Maury Povich and basically yelling at outraged victims' families.
Stop it. Here we are. It's not true.
You don't have to say your opinion.
If you had seen the entire film, then you could come and say, okay, well, we didn't like this, or this was wrong, or something. But no, you see one little clip and you make a judgment.
Not a good look, Carl.
This is so typical.
Hey, make sure you stick around to the end of the video for my rating and recommendation on whether to watch or skip. Don't forget to do me a favor and murder that subscribe button. As per usual, spoiler alert. So where to start? How about the plot? Every movie has a plot, right? The film gets started with the Stephen Hicks murder, Dahmer's first in 1978. For some reason, they decided to deviate from actual events and have Dahmer's mom at home when he brings Stephen there. It's just one of those weird things, like why bother to do that? I guess the filmmaker was just really taken with his stellar performance.
Oh, hi, sweetie.
How you doing? Okay, what are you up to?
But aside from this wrestler struggling to bench, what is that, 50 pounds? The scene heads in a direction relatively consistent with the reported events and culminates with brutal violence. From there, it quickly breezes over Dahmer's second murder in the hotel. You know, the one he apparently didn't remember committing. He just woke up with the man he picked up the night before beaten to death in the bed next to him.
It's time to get up. It's time to get up. I didn't even remember doing it. Hey.
Yeah. That one.
Oh my God. What have I done? Oh my God.
But after that, we're treated to essentially the same scene over and over and over until Dahmer is captured.
$150 to take my picture?
Right. I'll give you $150. $150. $150 cash. How'd you like to make some money? How about $150?
Oh, yeah.
I love you.
And that's really it as far as the plot goes. They toss in a few meetings with this parole officer that feel like at any second they're gonna break into a low-budget 90s porn.
Also, the probation department dictates that I see your place.
They fill in the gaps with title cards so we can read the plot, and round it out with Dahmer's tortured and terrible, introspective narration.
I just didn't want him to leave.
As far as the performances go, there are a few career-defining, absolutely unforgettable moments, but not for the right reasons. Remember that unnerving scene in the Netflix series where Dahmer confronts his neighbor?
I'm not eating a sandwich that my neighbor made when his apartment been smelling like a dead raccoon's ass stinking up my house since the day he moved in.
Compare that with this performance.
Hello in there! Anybody home?
Yeah, what's going on?
Look, Mistress, this horrible smell with me nose all through the hall, and it looked like it coming from here.
Well, you see, I've been having a problem with my refrigerator.
Well, my goodness, why don't you buy some air freshener or something, man? It really stink.
Enough said. The film runs out actor after actor that tries their best, God bless their hearts, like this victim.
Smack me in the head, man. He's crazy.
This victim.
$200? Shoot. I'll do anything for $200.
This motorist.
What's wrong?
I'll be drunk.
Need any help?
Fuck yeah, he needs help, lady. Obviously.
Oh my God.
This cop.
What can I do for you?
Have you got a minor in here?
No.
Okay, then you wouldn't mind if we came in and looked around.
This priest who for some reason foils Jeff's pickup attempt. And let's not forget the parole officer.
Cut the bullshit. Listen, you look bad. Have you been drinking?
But hey, that's just supporting cast. What's important here is that Carl Crew, the actor playing Jeff, has the talent and range to portray such a wildly dark and complex character. Carl is up to the task. He's the only one with a face on IMDb. Be forewarned, you might want to get the Kleenex handy. This scene really tugs at the heartstrings.
Hello?
Jeff, is that you? I wasn't sure if I had the right number. This is Mom, sweetie.
Mom?
Jeff, you've been on my heart and mind so much lately. I just had to know how you're doing. I hear you have your own place now. Are you all right? Jeff?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm sorry that I haven't called sooner. But with the divorce and moving around so much, the new job...
Where have you been, Mom?
I'm in California. Didn't you know that? I'm working with AIDS patients now. Many of them are gay too, son. I can understand now what you've been going through.
Mom, it's been 5 years. 5 years, Mom? I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything, sweetie. I just needed to tell you that I understand and I love you, no matter what. Oh no, my other line's ringing. Hold on a second.
Mom? Mom? Mom, what's your phone number, Mom?
I've got to take that call, Jeff, but I'll call back.
Mom? Oh no.
He shows off his range in this scene where he calls a victim's parent. Watch how effortlessly he transforms from victim to villain.
Hello? 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 Who is this? What's going on here? This some kind of joke?
Help me. Help me. Help me.
Who is this?
It's your son.
What? My son? What about my son?
Your son is dead.
What? How do you know that? Who is this?
I know. Because I killed him.
Oh my God! Who is this? Oh my God! Who is this? Who are you? Don't hang up! Tell me, who is this?
Guys, I went back and checked. I felt like he must have won the Oscar for Best Actor. Nope. They gave it to Pacino that year for, pretending to be blind or whatever. Big deal. Carl Crew fucking killed a deaf guy in this flick.
Where you going? Oh, the bus. Where? Oh, your house.
Look at this scene.
Oh, you can't hear that well. Can you hear this? No, you can't. How about this? Can you hear this?
And not to mention Pacino again, but...
Hoo-ah!
Hoo-ah! Hoo-ah! What the fuck? How about this?
Oh, I'm gonna cut your neck off.
I'm gonna cut your neck off? I don't even know how that would work. Speaking of the Oscars, the next year in '94, Tom Hanks won for his groundbreaking, important performance and portrayal of a gay lawyer suffering with AIDS in Philadelphia. And Carl snubbed again. The Secret Life: Jeffrey Dahmer wasn't afraid to tackle the issues either. And they did it first.
Now I'm having a problem with my sexuality.
What exactly bothers you?
I think it's wrong, all right?
You have to accept what you are. Think about it.
I can't do anything about it. I'm attracted to men. And if I told my dad, he'd hate me even more than he does now.
I think you need counseling more than ever. Someone to help you sort out your feelings.
Steve Spielberg won Best Director for some movie about a guy making lists. Oh yeah? David R. Bowen, the director of this film, he was originally hired just to do the score, the music. He never even directed a movie before. Or since. He only got the job when the original director dropped out and they basically needed a body. Hey, music guy. Can you put down that keyboard? Can you do this?
There is a very important point to make about that scene.
Where are his accolades? Just once, I'd like to see a direct-to-video 4:3 aspect ratio film directed by not a director, written by not a writer, get the Oscar attention it deserves. Academy is rigged. Okay. I know that all sounds really bad, but at least the film does spend some time to give us insight into how Dahmer spiraled into the monster we all know.
My family sucked.
I never thought of it like that before. One thing the film does have a lot of is on-screen kills and cheesy gore. I especially like this scene. What the fuck? But there's so much more. The film turns into poorly executed exploitation, honestly. Using each scene to play out another sick, sensationalized glorification of violence. I mean, as messed up as Dahmer was, I just don't think he was running around killing people with power tools, stuffing live people into drums of acid, or feeding guests his victims.
That stuff is good, man. I like that. Yeah.
The film finally comes to an end just like Dahmer's spree. When Tracy Edwards escapes and flags down the police, it's a chilling scene with show-stopping performances.
Kick it in. Get down on the floor now, sir. Get your fucking head on the floor now. Blow it out. Now, on the floor. What the fuck on the floor now? Get down on the floor. What is this bullshit?
Stay on the floor, motherfucker.
What the fuck's going on, man? What are you doing? He drugged me and then he put a knife to my throat.
Fucking liar. Liar.
Ralphie, you smell that? Check it out. You got a search warrant? You got a fucking search warrant? You got body parts in this refrigerator, sir.
Hey, body parts.
You sick pervert.
So, did I like the movie? Yes, but not for the right reasons. It's my second entry into the so bad it's good category, joining Raising Jeffrey Dahmer. So basically, if you're after a serious film that delves deep into the psyche of one of America's most notorious serial killers, this just ain't it. You certainly won't learn anything new about Jeff Dahmer here. I guess maybe you will if you've never even heard of him or something. It almost feels to me like they were just in such a rush to be the first Dahmer movie that they didn't wait long enough for enough information to come to light about Dahmer the person or the case. They just rushed to make a film based on bullet points and tried to fill out the murder scenes with lots of gore and sensationalism to attract fans of that sort of thing.
We jumped in to do this movie as quickly as possible to try to get it out.
Oh, a rush job.
Absolutely a rush job.
Hey, but you don't have to just sit here and take my word for it. Let's get out there on the internet and see what some of the viewer reviews are. Great item. Great service. Thanks for a great item and speedy turnaround. Really appreciate the great item and service. Most of the movie shows Jeff fondling with men. I do know Jeffrey was gay, but this movie shows too much gay interest. It's more of a movie for gay men than for someone who's interested in Jeffrey's life. I do admit that some of the men are gorgeous, just not good enough. So I give The Secret Life Jeffrey Dahmer 2 spoons. Hey, but I'm also gonna give the soundtrack 8 spoons. It's pretty bitchin'.
By the time I was 16, I was a heavy drinker.
It's just too bad the same guy had to direct the film too. So, there you have it. The Secret Life, Jeffrey Dahmer from 1993. If you want to check it out for yourself, I found the film in its entirety here on YouTube. Just do a search. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this review, and honestly, can't wait to argue with those of you who disagree with me, and there will be some of you. I want this channel to be a place for that kind of discussion, so let me know what you really think. I've also done a few other movie reviews now, one on a Bundy film, one on a Gacy film, and then a bunch of other Dahmer films. So I'll link them up here in a playlist so you can check them out if you want, okay? And as always, just make sure you murder that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, because I've got new killer content dropping all the time. And if you just can't get enough, you can head over and follow on Instagram and TikTok for even more killer content.
Sometimes when you don't get every piece of the puzzle, you wait to get every piece of the puzzle instead of rushing to produce a movie and get it out just because you want to be before all these other guys rush and do their movies.